Greetings, parents. One of the steepest mountains we had to climb this year was just to understand what we read. It's easy to read and just read the words and not know what we've read at all. And so we worked really hard on what do readers have to think when they read? What do they have to think when they read? Well, they are always thinking, what do they know and what do they wonder? Do I have to reread? Is this making sense? Along with many other things. And so we've grown a long ways in this, and I wanted to show you how good their thinking is at thinking about what they're reading. So we do a lot of things to build up that comprehension, the ability to be aware of what we know and what we wonder. And one of those is a reading sheet, just a simple reading sheet that we do each day. This one happened to be called Dust and Destruction, and it was about the dirty 30s, the Dust Bowl, and how terrible that was. It happened to be a cause and effect, as well as a fact opinion article. So we're always learning specific reading skills, but we're really learning to be aware of what we know and what we wonder. And so as they head to the bottom after they've read it, they're always going back to find proof. And so that's what we've learned to do through these simple little reading sheets. We also do, of course, ReadWorks, we do IXL, we do social studies reading, and we do a lot of other things too to enhance reading. But this is one of the quick little ways we do it each day. And so the fourth graders are just going to show you what kind of thinking they do. So it's going to be kind of cool. So Jasmine wants to tell about an article that was called Gone the Way of the Dodo. It's about a cool bird that lived a long time ago. And a lot of times when we read these sheets, we also just do a little research, and this is what the dodo bird looked like. But here we go with Jasmine.
I'm going to be doing Gone the Way of the Dodo, question 4. The question is, which word signals an opinion? A, gray, B, worst, C, broad, D, taste. The answer is B, because some people may say that is worst, but then the other may say that's great.
The other words, opinion words.
The speaker is black, but someone may say it's gray. They can prove that it's black, because you can find evidence.
Right, you can find evidence. Good thinking. Way to go, Jasmine. Doing one on snowflakes.
I'm going to be doing a closer look at snowflakes. I'm going to be doing number 2. The question is, what must be present for any snowflake to form? A lot of water vapor in the air. B, a frozen water droplet. C, snowflakes with tiny branches. D, a thick blanket of snow. I chose B because in the second paragraph, the second sentence, it says, for example, all snowflakes begin as a water droplet in a cloud. The droplet freezes into an ice crystal that grows as more droplets around and it freezes.
Wow, what good finding of proof. Good for you, Milani. Cisco, he's doing the same snowflake one. Here you go.
Doing a closer look at snowflakes, number 3. It says, what does the lacy snowflake have that a column-shaped snowflake does not? It's not B or C or D. It's A, because many tiny branches on it is pointy. And right there on the almost to the last paragraph, it says 6 pointed stars with many tiny branches.
Whoa, good looking for proof. Way to go, Francisco. Awesome. And we were reading a cool one about flags. All right, Dion.
I am reading a flag without a difference. And number 1 is, unlike today's national flag, some standards of the past. The questions are, were made of wood, metal, and other materials. B, were attached to poles. C, were very colorful. D, were shaped like rectangles. A is the answer because it says right, the use of flags can be tracked back thousands of years. Soldiers marching into battles carry standards or tall poles with objects made of cloth, wood, metal, or other materials.
Wow, beautiful job. Way to go, Keon. So I remember way last summer when we started school and our journey up the mountain, we had a lot of them wrong on these sheets. And now the students are pretty much batting 100%. So, I mean, it is so cool. Here is Mia.
Doing a flag with a change. Question number 4. The shape of Nepal's flag is meant to remind people of a battle, B, a standard, C, the moon, D, the mountains. I put D, the mountains, because if you look back in the passage, it says the triangles are also meant to represent the shape of the Himalayan mountains.
Beautiful job, Mia. Awesome. Thomas on the Dust Bowl.
So I am doing dust and destruction, and I am doing number 1. The question is, why did the farmer's crops die? Number 1, I chose D because there was not enough rain, and crops need water to grow, but without water, then they'll die.
Where was the
proof? Beetle weeds dried up, and all the crops died. Then there was no plants to hold down the soil.
And it said before that too, there was a period of terrible drought, a long period without rain. That was kind of a tricky one because all of them made a little bit of sense, but the biggest reason was that there was not enough rain. The one strategy we've learned always is to get rid of the bad ones and always look for the best one, and that one really works. Way to go, Thomas.
Then you get your answers.
No kidding.
Hi, I'm doing question 2. So it says, which was not an effect for breathing in dust? Well, it said not an effect. So having clogged lungs was part of dust. Coughing up dirt was part of dust. Getting sick was part of dust. But wearing masks wasn't, which gave me the answer to the question. So also the thing was I had to go back to the question and look up which was not an effect.
I'm so glad he brought that up. Those are the hardest ones, which was not an effect, because you have to find out the ones that are an effect, and that's not the answer. It's the opposite of that. So beautiful job. And Aiden.
Number 3. Which of these expresses an opinion? A. Everything was fine until 1941. B. Dirt collected in people's houses. C. Huge black clouds traveled for miles. D. Farm animals starved from a lack of food. I picked A because it said everything was fine until 1941, but some people think it wasn't fine in 1941.
And why were they?
The other ones were facts because it was true that the dust and dirt that was picked up off the ground blew into people's houses, and everyone had to cover themselves in masks and stuff. The other one was the clouds of dust that was up there, and then after the dust came by, a big rainpour came out, and then they did starve, and because of lack of food, because all the crops and wheat started to die. Yeah. So it's 100% A, because it wasn't completely fine. There was a bunch of storms, downfall, rain, can't breathe, wheat died.
Cool. Awesome. Big difference between fact and opinion, and as humans, we always want to know the difference. Good job, you two. Way to go. Shut up.
Which of these can be proved? The dust made everyone sick. B. The those look beautiful. The farmers what happened. There were no trees to block the wind.
Really? Can you prove? Yeah, why? prove that.
Because the dust was coming.
Right? And we're beautiful. Well, that's her opinion. Whereas whereas